Hi, this is Marina from Back to La Tierra. It's summer in our part of the world, and that means that we spend a lot of time outside, obviously, and we also like to cook outside. We have an ideal situation here that our kitchen garden is right next to our outdoor kitchen, so we just literally harvest the food, cut it on the chopping board that was made by our son Sebastian. So I'm super happy with this because I just got it for my birthday, and we just cut it here and then prepare it. Now, one of the things that I think we have to kind of change our mindset about is energy, right? So we all know about solar power. We have our solar panels on the roof, and more people are investing in solar panels, and that's a great thing. I mean, we could have a long conversation about it and also discuss quite a few downsides of solar powered energy, but the fact is we need energy and we have to produce it in some way. But then what I find very interesting is that there are ways of using the sun that cuts out the middleman. And we literally use the sun directly to prepare our food. Now, one of those incredible things, methods, is the hot pot. Now, we were given this hot pot by a dear friend. It's quite a long story, but his father did a lot of very good work in refugee camps and had these hot pots manufactured and delivered to people that didn't have any other methods of cooking. This was a great solution for a lot of people living there that really, had no firewood, had no other forms of energy. And it turned out that this cooked meals wonderfully during just a few hours, depending on what you put in, a few hours of cooking time. And just by putting this hot pot in the sun in a aluminium kind of bedding, I would say, which reflects the light and intensifies the heat, of course. And then all you need to do is put your food, your ingredients in this hot pot, and it will cook itself. So I'm just going to explain how this works and then we'll just continue. Okay, so basically the outer part is glass. The inner part is metal, black metal, which is of course attracting more heat, and then the top is glass as well. So for example, I'm experimenting with it, but what I've used it mostly for would be to make potatoes, for example. I just put potatoes in here. Of course, they are completely raw. I just wash them, put them in there, add a little bit of oil, some rosemary, maybe some other herbs, and that's it. Put it in the sun, cover it up. Preferably don't open it so that the heat doesn't escape. And depending on the intensity of the sun on the day, it will be ready in 3 hours. Depending also how big your potatoes are, of course. But these are all things you have to play around with. So it's super easy. So whenever I show this to people, the first thing they say is, okay, why don't I know about this? And why aren't these things for sale? Because I've been looking online, and there was one manufacturer left who produces these things. They're quite expensive, actually. They were about $200, and this is outside of Europe. So imagine all the shipping and everything. So yeah, it's not made easy, which of course does bring up quite an interesting question. Why isn't it easy to buy these things? They're easy to make. Come on, if we can send people to the moon, then we can make this hot pot. But isn't it interesting though, that this is so simple and we don't need electricity for it. We don't need any gas for it. It just only needs direct sunlight. Imagine everybody can use it. If you have a small balcony, I mean, you can even put it in front of your window if you have no balcony. Put the food in the morning, leave it for the day, and when you come home, your food will be ready and it will have cost you nothing to cook. Now, these are one of those things that I find it incredible that that these aren't given away to people who really need to be able to make their own food without it costing them an arm and a leg on electricity bills, you know. I'm actually researching now about these hot pots, how to get them made, maybe locally, and find out if we can get this thing moving, because this is a very, very important thing, and it's so symbolic. There are so many simple solutions for big problems. But if we can't, well, not we, if the global economy can't make a lot of money out of it, it will not be produced. So I'm being a little bit of an activist on this particular subject, because I find it really is worth, getting it out there and getting people to realize there are very simple solutions. And what we need to do is ask the question, why is this not available? This and so many other things. I'd love to discuss more of these things with you. Maybe I planted a little seed in your head. As soon as I have more information on hot pots, it's going to take a long time. I can don't count on me coming back to you tomorrow. But I'm on it. I'm on quite a few interesting things. Have a great day. Let's see what happens in your brain whilst you're cooking tonight and you're using gas and electricity, and, knowing that there is this solution on a sunny day. And especially in the southern parts of Europe, we could use it a lot. But even in the northern parts of Europe, there are hours in the day when you could definitely prepare a beautiful, delicious soup. So let's do it, people. Get out there and spread the word.